Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to lecture 34. I updated the slides, but today, for some reason, the drive could not upload it, okay? Two changes I made. I updated the YouTube link, and in exercise 4, you may ignore the separately excited drone circuit. These are the only two changes, okay? So, last time, we talked about the voltage regulation. What is the equation of the voltage regulation? V no load minus V full load over V full load. You agree with me?
Yes.
So, going back to the original circuit of my system, what I notice is that if I have no load, then this is an open circuit. If this is an open circuit, IA will be 0. If IA is 0, what is V at full no load? EA. Let's say I connect some load, maybe rated load. What will be the current? Rated current. So VT will equal to EA minus IA times RA plus JXS. So the V full load is actually is VT. Both of them as VT, but one is VT no load, which is EA, or VT full load, which is V rated. Or if we have another loading condition, we have another VT. So this is the equation that I want you to pretty much know. Now, if I do an example, so let's do a quick example. No, before that, voltage regulation has three cases. Either it is a high positive number, or a low positive number, or a negative number. If it's a high positive number, it means we are lagging, we have a lagging power factor. If we have a unity power factor, then we have a positive but small VR. If we have a leading power factor, then what do we have? A negative VR. Relating these with an overexcited, with underexcited, with normal excited. What is a normal excited? Unity power factor. What is an overexcited? Lagging power factor. EA cosine delta is larger than VT. So we have a positive. EA cosine delta is larger than VT. It means that VR is positive. Remember, we compare EA cosine delta minus VT. Do you remember? Here in the last lecture. What did we compare? EA cosine delta minus V terminal. So having said that, the VR, which is only EA and V terminal, is largely determined by cosine delta. So if this is much larger than V terminal, then most likely EA is much larger. من باب أولى لأن الكوساين is between minus and 1. في الباور between 0.7 and 1. So what does that mean? It means this case is overexcited. This case is normal excited. This case underexcited. So if you get negative VR, underexcited. Very positive VR, overexcited. Small or low positive VR, normal excited. Which one we love? We love unity power factor. Normal. We don't want to be overexcited. You also don't want to be underexcited. There are applications for the overexcited. There is also other applications for underexcited. But the normal generator should be in normal excited mode, which is small positive VR. Small positive, low positive VR. Clear? Clear? This side. Let's do an example. Calculators, please, calculators. If you don't do the calculator, there is no point of either watching the video or attending the class. You can do it yourself at home. Do you have calculator? You have to sit with your friends, otherwise how can you? Today I brought only one calculator. So, I'm going to solve the examples real quick today. So, example 2, what do we have? Calculate the VR for 3-phase Y connected 20 MVA. So, what is S? This is S rated, nameplate, 20 MVA. What is V line? We love line to line. This is 13.8. So this implies what is VT? 13.8 kilo divided by square root of 3. I usually assign the angle to be 0 for the phase quantity. It is okay to give this 0. This will be maybe plus 30 or minus 30. I don't know the equation. But I take my reference to be the terminal voltage. Okay? Synchronous generator operating at full load and 0.8 power factor. So cosine theta is 0.8 lagging. This implies what? Theta to be cosine inverse of 0.8, which is 36.87 degrees. This is the theta. The question, of course, he's giving me XS, RA is 0. So JXS equal J times 8. So let's draw the circuit. So what is VT? 13.8 kilo divided by square root of 3. This is J8. This is IA. This is EA. كم مجهول عندي؟ 2 IA و EA. What is IA? IA, I can get it from the equation S equal 3 V phase I phase or square root of 3 V line I line. If you use a 3 V phase I phase, it is a 3 VT IA or square root of 3 VL IA. Why? Because in Y connection, IA and IL are the same. In delta connection, VL and V theta are the same. Module 1, the most important module in power systems. You can also use P equal 3 V phase, I phase, cosine theta. Why? Because this quantity is actually S, which is S cosine theta. It is up to you, depending on what's given. So here S is given, so I'm going to use S. So what is IA? Is it 20 mega over 3 times 13.8 kilo over square root of 3. This is only magnitude, remember? What's the magnitude? What's IA magnitude? Calculators, please. 20 mega divided by 3 times 13.8 kilo divided by square root of 3. What is the answer?
837.
837 amps. So what is theta I?
Minus
It's theta minus V minus theta, which is minus 36.87. So from these two pieces of information, IA is 837 angle minus 36.87 amp. So what is EA? Is VT plus, go back to the slides, IA times RA plus JXS. But RA is 0. So what is VT? It's 13.8 kilo over square root of 3 angle 0 plus what is IA? 837 angle minus 36.87 times J8. Calculators, 13.8 kilo over square root of 3 angle 0 plus 837 angle minus 36.87 times AG. Do not mess up the brackets, okay? These two brackets are multiplied and then added to this quantity. Very common mistake. Don't make this mistake in the exam, okay? Don't make this mistake in the exam. Don't make this mistake in the exam. You multiply these two and then you add it to that if you are afraid. If you are professional like me, you can do it at once, but you know the order of operation. Don't put a bracket here وتخبط تجمع هذه مع هذه بعدين تضيف AJ. This is wrong. So what is the answer?
13K. 13.1.
13.127 angle 24.08 kilovolts. So this is EA. So what is the VR? EA minus VT over VT percent. I don't care. 13.127 minus, what is VT? Wrong. It is not 13.8. It is V terminal, which is phase quantity. This is a phase quantity. Is this a line to line? No, it is from a single phase equivalent circuit. This is a trap. So you subtract 13.8 divided by square root of 3, which is 7,967 over 7,967 multiplied by the 100. So 13127 minus 7,967 over 7,967 multiplied by 100. That's maybe 64.7%. Is this a big VR or a small VR?
Big VR.
So this is over excited. Clear? I hope you understand this example. Any question about this example? This cluster, 6 students here. Do you have question? Those 3 students, do you have question? What is the question?
How will I know if it's on?
You know because this is a positive VR.
Yes.
يعني high number. Usually if it's maybe 10, 20, that's a small VR. 1%. We will see more examples. But this is clearly an overexcited. Clearly. Why it is an overexcited? Let's think. Multiple reasons. One, either a 20 MVA is a big number. Design, rated is a big number. 2, you can't control an 8. 8 is a reasonable value. A 13.8 maybe is a very high voltage. Maybe we need to reduce it. Okay? Or maybe we need to increase it. Also a power factor. Maybe we need to increase it to 1. If we change 1 unity power factor, what will be the theta? Theta will be 0, صح? Unity power factor. Cosine 90 صفر. Then IA will be 837 angle 0. So maybe this will change the number. This maybe EA will be maybe a smaller number, closer to 796. To make it I'll get to you, to get a VR a small number, you have to manipulate the angle of the IA, means changing the power factor, or reduce the V terminal. But again, if you reduce the V terminal, you will reduce this side also. So it has more impact. Or clearly, if you reduce 20, maybe make it 10, the IA will be 437, صح? 400 times 8 is a smaller voltage drop. So maybe we will have EA to be improved. Okay? So it depends, because this is an angle addition, it's not clear. Vector. You can't say by vector addition it's clearly, okay? What is the question?
هل الدكتور اعتبر ان اذا تحت 50% او under
No, there is no generalization. Just if it's a small number, maybe 5%, 6%. There is no rule. I'm not going to give you 30%, I'll tell you over. But 64 is clearly a big number. Okay? Transformer, كم كانت الأرقام? 10%, 7%, 2%, small number. So this is clearly a not good problem. Any question? This cluster?
Yeah.
This cluster? You have a question? If I ask you a question in the test, what are the contributing factors to a high voltage regulation, you can say power is maybe large or small, power factor angle is not good. Maybe if we change the power factor, we can reduce the difference between an EA and VT. Your goal is to minimize EA. How to minimize EA? Either reduce VT. If you reduce VT, you also reduce this VT. So let's keep it. Or maybe increase the IA. Depending على الانجل. هي اللعبة وين؟ اللعبة في الانجل خداعة. لو دي plus 36 تصير الدنيا مختلفة كليا. Try changing this to plus 36. Don't do it now, but you will have a very small EA. So the major factor is the power factor. Okay? Let's do. You remember a parallel operation? Don't forget the four conditions. Same voltage, phase angle, same phase sequence, same frequency. هذه عبارة عن لمبات. اللمبات هذه إذا توصلت معناتها parallel operation is on. Clear? Exercise. Let's do this exercise. So in this exercise, what is S rated?
$1.5.
1.5 MVA. Are we operating at rated condition? شوفوا السهم هذا. No, he's telling you the loading information is smaller. It's only 70%. What is 70% of 1.5? 1.05 MVA. So which one I use to get an IA? 1.05. Always user rated. So this problem is not, we are not operating at rated. In fact, we're operating at 70% loading. So what is the S? 1.05, which is 0.7 times 1.5. So name a plate who are rated, but are we loading it full? 70%. That's the most important part of this question. Everything else is, can we keep the voltage the same? Yes. Generator always keeps its nameplate voltage. ايش الفائدة احط generator اقول للناس انه 13.2. انت لما تسوق الجنريتر هذا انت تقول لليوزر, the customer, you can load it up to 1.5 kVA. But it will give you always 13.2 line to line. So V line to line is always 13.2. So what is the V terminal? 13.2 divided by square root of 3 angle 0. Why? Because I like to take single phase equivalent as a reference. Muad, are you sick today?
Yes.
So what, do you have a plan to give me an excuse for major 2?
No.
شوف. You can leave if you're sick.
No.
Go sleep. Please, I don't want you to be absent in the exam. Please. Let's continue. What's the equivalent circuit? J, don't forget the J. Don't forget the J for induction machines. Okay? Please remind me. Send me a reminder to update the slides of an induction to include J's in them. Do not forget the J for induction machine, please, okay? 9. What is it R? 0.5. What is it EA? I don't know. What is it IA? We have to calculate it. What is it VT? 13.2 over square root of 3 and 0, which is what? Let's get the number now. $7.62.
Okay.
Okay? So what is it IA? Using the same equation, it is S operated, which is 1.05 over 3 times 7.62 K. This is M. So 1.05 mega divided by 3 times 7.62, you should get the current to be 45.93 amps. So what is the theta? It's telling you calculate the generated voltage at 0.8 power factor leading. So to get an EA generated voltage, this is the generated voltage or induced voltage or excited voltage, which is not the terminal voltage. To get it, I need IA. To get it IA, I need its magnitude, but also I need its angle. So what is theta? Theta is minus cosine inverse of 0.8 because this is leading. So minus 0.8 will give you minus 36.87 degrees. What does it mean? It means theta I is theta V minus theta, which is plus 38.87, 36. So what is it IA? 45.93 angle 36 plus 0.87. So I can get my EA, which is VT plus IA RA plus JXS, which is VT 7.96 angle 0, 7.62. Calculators, please. Calculators, don't forget. I don't have to tell you every time, please. 7.62 angle 0 minus 45.93 angle 36.87 times this bracket, which is what? RA, 0.5 plus J9, 0.5 plus J9. Don't forget the J in the induction machine and in the synchronous. Do we have J in the DC machines? No. Clear? Please, don't forget that.
7.4K angle 2.67.
No, this is plus. Well, apparently I got
409.
I think that's correct. Come on. This is kilo. Well, I got this number. 7.398 angle 2.67. That is correct. 7.398.
Yes.
So what is the VR? The question here asks you, oh no, trick. I finished part B. Part C, calculate the VR at unity PF. Unity PF معناته we have another IA. So this is E. So part C is unity PF implies theta is 0, implies theta I is 0. So IA is now 45.93 and 0. هل الماجنتيود حقت ال IA تتغير؟ No, it's irrelevant. لها علاقة بالS والV. So this is my A. So I have a new EA. What is the EA new? 7.62 kilo angle 0 plus 45.93 and 0 times 0.5 plus J9. If you do the calculations, 7.62 kilo plus 45.93 times 0.5 plus J9, shift to 7.62 kilo plus 45.93 times 0.5 plus J9. Okay? 7, 6, 5, 4, angle 3.1 degrees. So this is your new EA. So what do you notice? The unity power factor is larger than leading power factor. So what is the VR? EA minus VT over VT, which is 7654 minus 76200 over 20. 7620 times 100. So it will be very small number. 0.44%. So this is a normal excited generator. Is this example clear?
Yes.
So what is the trick? The trick in the part B, he had a power factor leading. Part C, he wanted the VR for another unity power factor leading. So get the new angle of IA, get the new EA, get the new VR. Clear?
Okay.
So clearly, what is the most important factor that messes with the VR? الباور فاكتور. والباور فاكتور مو هو اللي يغير الرياكتيف باور؟ doesn't the power triangle, doesn't the power factor messes around with the leading والlagging الانجل الباور triangle ارتاح بيصير up or down? Yes. So question in the MCQ, what is the most important parameter that changes the VR for synchronous generator? Is the power factor. Whether it's leading or lagging, which is basically your loading conditions. Let's do exercise 2. Exercise 2 clearly changes only the power factor. Okay? Try to solve it on the board. Now I'm going to do the equations very quickly, okay? You don't have to go into the deep details because now you know everything. You know the procedure to solve the synchronous generator. Let me ask a question. Is this rated loading or non-rated loading? Why? It's not my dad. My is my dad. You have to read all the things. He is telling you, find the excitation voltage when the generator is delivering full load. هو يقول لك هنا rated. Example, exercise 1 في extra exercises, he was telling you 70%, so it's not rated. So here, am I allowed to use this S? Yes. So what is the S? Is this a small generator or big generator? This is 220 volt. Okay? 220 volt, and it's 0.1 MVA. 0.1 MVA. So what is the S? 10 kVA. What is the V line to line? 220 volts. What is RA? Robert. What is JXS? Don't forget the J is J5. You know, if you say 5 ohm, it's wrong. What's the unit of X? Henry times radians per second. If you multiply it by the J, it becomes ohm. Okay? For induction machine, please don't make this mistake. For induction machine, J times XA or X1 or X2. Clear? 0.85 PF lagging implies a theta. There's a typo in the solution. In the solution, he's solving it for 0.8, not 0.85. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this. Can I fix that? Doesn't matter, 0.85, 0.8. I'm going to use 0.8. So what is the theta for 0.8? Cosine inverse of 0.8, 36.87, صح?
Yes.
So what is theta I? Minus 36.87. So what is IA? 110 kilo over 3 times 220 over square root of 3. Because V terminal is 220 over square root of 3. 127 volts. So this will be what? 10K over 3 times 127. You will have 26.24 amp. So what is the angle of IA? Minus 36. So what is EA? The question asks you find the excitation voltage, which is EA. It is VT plus IA times RA plus JX S, which is 120 angle 0 plus 26.24 times 1 over 4 plus J5. So 120 angle 0, 120 because it's 220 over square root of 3 plus 26.24 angle minus 36.87 times 0.25 plus J times 5.
يطلع معك 127 دكتور.
127 لأن هذه 220 volt divided by square root of 3. We love line to line, but this is why connected. So if you do the math, you will notice that the answer is 227 angle 26 degrees. Here, 2.
I think you subtracted because I got the same answer.
I got the same answer as the ball.
Yeah, I can subtract. No. No. I have 120.
هي
Oh, I
127.
put 120. It's 127. Abdurrahman, what was your point, please?
ايوه هذه 127.
Yeah, I made a mistake here, صح? Tell me you are wrong. And then I fix it. Okay? If I'm wrong, tell me you are wrong. I don't care. So 127, if you do 127, you will get the same answer. Now here, by changing the power factor to unity, you only change an angle from minus 36 to 0. And then you do it. For part B, unity, so you should have 127 plus 26.24 angle 0 times 0.25 plus 5 times J. Shift 2, 3, and then you should get 187. What about 0.8 leading? I replace a minus 36 by plus 36. So I go here to my 127 plus 26.24 angle 36.87 times 0.25 plus 5 times J. It's a matter of math. Shift to 3, you should get in 121. So what do I notice? For the overexcited, 233.8. For normal excited, 187, above the 127. For the underexcited is 121, below 127. So the VR here is high positive, the VR here is low positive, the VR here is what? Negative. So this is underexcited. So clearly, 0.8 lagging is overexcited, 1 power factor is normal excited, 0.8 leading is underexcited. Clear? Let's do example 3. The first question that comes into my mind, is it rated ولا مش rated? Let's read the question. 3-phase 10 kVA 60 Hz 20 MVA Y connected cylindrical motor. ليش كتب cylindrical motor؟ يعني ما هو salient pole. Does it change? No, it doesn't matter. Has an RA will access to be that? Actually, the question has typo. The question should have a J. Okay? Yani, this is on, to make it on. The generator delivers the rated load at 10 kV with the 0.85 power factor lagging. So this question is the same question before, except it's part A only. So we can do it clearly by calculator without writing. It's Y connected, so 10 kVA, so I calculated IA, it is 11 kilo over 3 times, it is a 25 MVA, 25 mega, divided by 3 times 11 kilo over square root of 3. So IA magnitude is 1312. 1312. What is the angle حقتها? So now I do calculation to be EA to be VT plus IA RA plus JXS. So what is VT? 11 kilo over square root of 3 plus what is the IA? 1312 angle shift cosine 0.85. What is shift cosine 0.85? 32, it will be minus 32. Why? Because theta is positive 32, this is minus 32. No, not 31.78. It matters, for an angle it matters. So yeah, it's very important. J 4.5. If you do these calculations, you should have 11020, and then you can get later BR, etc. So this is a very easy question. The last exercise, we have 5 minutes left in the test. I'm telling you, this is the rotor DC circuit. You are not required to draw it, okay? This is not required from you. You only required to draw this. Clear? Let's do this exercise. 3-phase alternator. Why he calls it alternator? Umar, why he calls it an alternator? Why? Go to slide 1. ايش التايتل حق الموديول؟
synchronous generator.
بعدين تحت.
Alternators.
So another name of a synchronous generator is? So maybe I'll ask you a question in the exam. Another name of a synchronous generator, alternator, differentiator, generator, whatever, okay? It's alternator.
Slide 7.
Go back to slide 49. So, draw the equivalent circuit, easy. Find the induced voltage, MVR, when the machine delivers 15 megawatt at 0.95 leading. In part B, are we operating full load ولا لا؟ كيف أعرف؟
نضرب ال 20 في 0.9.
Correct. نضرب 20 times 20 MVA times 0.9. كم طلع الجواب؟ 18. هنا كم؟ 15. معناته أنه we are 3 megawatt below rated. معناته I cannot use this S to calculate the I. I need to calculate this P to calculate the I. What is the equation حقت ال P? ال P equals 3 V phase, I phase, cosine theta. I have this, I need this, I have that. I have this. So, the IA is P, what is it P? 15 times 10 to the power 6 divided by 3 times. What is a V terminal? 11 kilo over square root of 3. No, that's a delta connected. صح?
Yes. So 11.
So 11. ما نلعب. V line equal to V phase. 11 kilo. What is the power factor? 0.9. What is the magnitude? هلا.
Wouldn't it be root 3.
لا ما في روت 3 لأنه يقول لك
No
state.
root 3 for the current.
No, because this current is the phase current, not the line to line اللي برا الديفايس. إحنا we calculate the current اللي في السنجل phase equivalent circuit اللي هو IA. برا لما يصير دلتا connected في I line. الاي لاين هذا اللي سكوير روت اوف 3. فهمت؟ فالايكويشن حقت الباور احنا وي لوك ات الباور على السنجل فيز ايكويفالنت سيركت ما لي دخل. كلير؟ So what is the answer? 15 mega divided by 3 times 11 kilo times 0.9. It will be 505. So what is the theta?
25.8.
Cosine inverse of minus cosine inverse of 0.9 leading minus cosine 0.9. So كم تطلع لك؟
Minus 25.8.
معناتها الثيتا I كم؟
Positive.
Plus 25.84. From this information, what is IA? 505 angle plus 25.84. So what is it EA? VT plus IA times RA plus JXS. What is it VT? 11. Why? Because it's delta. YouTube, this is very important. Plus, what is it IA? 505 angle 20, not minus, plus. What is it RA plus JX? ربع زائد 6J. ربع زائد 6J. If you do the math, 11 kilo plus 505 angle 25.84 times ربع زائد J times 6,
10.2.
it will be 10.180 angle 15.86 kilovolts. Neglecting the resistance. طبعا هذا هو what is the VR؟ هذا السؤال يا شباب شوية صعب. What is the VR؟ I don't care about the time. If you want to leave, you can leave. You can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. داخلين في المنهج. What is the VR؟ الVR أنا لما أقول لك 0.9 leading الVR positive ولا negative؟ Negative. 10 180 minus 11 ألف هذه ليش خلاها؟ لأن دلتا نفس الشيء دلتا equal V phase صح؟ equal V line. فأنت لما تغير اللاين تو لاين حيلعب في الVR حيفرق. Please watch the YouTube.
7.45.
Minus 7.5%. But that's the question. What is the maximum power? 3 V phase EA over XS, صح? 3 times. What is the V phase? 11,000. What is the E phase? 10.18 divided by XS. Only XS بدون الJ. 6. 11,000 ضرب كيلو divided by 6.
56 mega.
If you do the properly, it will be 55 point.
55.99.
55.9
Mega.
megawatt. Trick. What if I ask you what is Q? What is a Q? Go back to the equation. Memorize them. Maybe I'll provide them. I don't know. Try to memorize them. What is the Q? 3 EAVT cosine delta. What is cosine delta? So you have to do the equation. 3 EAVT over x. Cosine of delta. What is delta?
0.9.
الدلتا اللي هي الانجل حقت اللي هي ماينس اللي هي 25.84 minus 25.84. No, it's not the power factor. No. It is the well, it is the angle per factor, but in this case, it is the angle between EA. It is the angle between EA and VT, which is 15.86. الدلتا is not an angle حقت الباور فاكتور لما احسب الكيو. الدلتا is 15.86 minus 0, which is an angle of VT. هذه الدلتا. This is the torque angle اللي هي عند ال EA. تذكرون ال EA كان فيها دلتا. This is the delta. So if you put cosine delta minus VT square over XS. Trick in the exam. الدلتا is not a theta. الدلتا is the angle of EA. Because the angle of VT is 0. So delta is go to normal excited figure. الدلتا هذه الثيتا اللي تحت. الدلتا is the angle between EA and VT. The theta is the angle between VT and IA. So let me write it here in text. I will answer your question at the end. Feel free to leave. The delta is angle of EA, which is angle of EA minus angle of VT. The theta is angle of IA, which is the angle of VT minus the angle of IA minus the angle. لازم نفرق بين الدلتا والثيتا. هذه تسمى تورك انجل، هذه تسمى بي اف انجل. كلير؟ هذه يتعلمك اليوتيوب وهذه يتعلمك التورك انجل. Please watch اليوتيوب هسه. Today's lecture is very important. This is the maximum. The question asks about what's the maximum real power.
Yes, I was sine 90.
هنا قال في السؤال read the question. Neglecting armature resistance determine the maximum power that the machine can deliver for you. Please study hard. Tomorrow we'll have this help session. The help session will target more. It's synchronous. No, synchronous خلاص. The induction with DC more. A little review about synchronous. Okay? Why I review synchronous أنا شرحتها لي. That's the point.
بيكون بكره متى الساعة
5 p.m. 5 to 6. Also don't forget, did you get the research opportunities email? So I am the research coordinator. We have how many options? 13 projects. If you want to work, you can work. You RES 1 تدخل في المعدل بس ما تطيح كورسات. RES 200 تدخل في المعدل وتطيح لك إسلامي elective. RES 200 you do your own research. RES 201 you work with the professor and his research project. The outcomes are slightly different, the expectations are slightly different. So deadline is November 20 to apply for a project. RES 200 we have a further deadline because you're the one who select the project. Tomorrow I will have a seminar about RES at 4 p.m. before a help session. Online. The E-Club they're doing it. Who's the E-Club? None of you is E? You are E-Club?
Yes.
Are you aware about my seminar?
Yes.
No, I told you?
I saw it in the group.
Okay. So it's 4 p.m. then the 5 p.m. the help session. Together. مرة واحدة. Okay? Have any other question? Yes, the homework is due today.
دكتور بارت سي ايش تغير لما قال لك الارمتشر ريزيستنس؟
لأن في الايكويشنز حقات الباور حنا we neglect resist RA. If you go back here, we didn't include the IA, we ignored the RS. We did all the calculations assuming the RS 0. لو حطينا RS بتصير معقدة أكثر. So what is the most important factor that changes الفي ار.
آه.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Good luck.